ladies, and welcome back to Water with Tess and them. I'm your host, Quintessa Trammell, and today we are diving into a topic that I think is long overdue. We're talking about the difference between mental health and mental illness. Yes, there is a difference. I know these terms get thrown around a lot, but they're not the same thing. Understanding the difference is key to breaking the stigma and taking care of ourselves. So grab a cup of tea, settle in, let's talk about it. But first, let me ask you something. Have you ever felt completely drained, like life is throwing too much at you, and you wonder, is this normal stress or is there something more going on? If you've been there, trust me, you're not alone. Let's explore that together. What is mental health? Let's start with mental health. Mental health is your overall emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It's how you think, it's how you feel, and behave in your day-to-day life. Everyone has a mental health, just like we all have physical health. Think of mental health like the foundation of a house. When it's solid, you feel balanced, capable, and ready to handle life's challenges. But when it cracks, starts to form, like stress, overwhelm, or being burnt out, it can feel shaky. Good mental health doesn't mean you're happy all the time. It means you have the tools to bounce back when life gets tough. It's things like managing stress, maintaining relationships, and making decisions. And here's a metaphor for you. Imagine your mind is a garden. Okay, mental health is about keeping that garden vibrant and thriving. It's watering the plants, pulling out the weeds, and making sure the soil stays healthy. Even when storms hit your regular care, your garden, you can recover. What is mental illness? Now, mental illness is a big difference. Mental illness refers to diagnosable conditions that affect your mood, thinking, or behavior. Examples include depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, PTSD, and many others. Using our garden metaphor, mental illness is like a specific disease affecting your plants. Maybe your roses have fungus or your tomatoes have rotten roots. These probably don't just go away with regular watering. They require focused attention, special tools, and sometimes even expert help. Mental illness often shows up as persistent changes in how you think or feel. For example, if you've been feeling down for months, lost interest in things that you love, or have trouble functioning day to day, it might be more than stress. It could be depression. And let me be clear, mental illness is not a weakness or a personal failure. It is a health condition, just like diabetes or asthma, and it can be managed with the right treatment and support. Now, how do they overlap and differ from each other? So, how do mental health and mental illness connect? Well, poor mental health can increase your risk of developing a mental illness. For instance, if you're constantly stressed and don't take steps to manage that, it could lead to anxiety or depression. On the flip side, though, untreated mental illness can harm your overall mental health. And if you're dealing with something like bipolar disorder without the right tools or support, it might feel impossible to handle the day-to-day life. Now, the difference that lies in the intensity and the duration. The mental health is universal and fluctuates. Some days are better than others, while mental illness, however, is more persistent and often requires professional help. So, with personal reflections, let me share a quick personal story with you. A few years ago, I went through a period where I completely felt overwhelmed. Work was piling up and I wasn't sleeping well, and I started snapping at the people closest to me, including my kids. My mental health was struggling, but I didn't recognize it at the time. And eventually I realized I needed to make some changes, taking breaks and journaling and even reaching out to a friend or a few to talk. Slowly I started to feel like myself again. Now, imagine if I hadn't taken those steps and if I let those linger for the months, they might have developed into something more serious like anxiety or depression. That's why it's so important to check in with yourself and take the actions when they are needed. Now, the tips that I would give you guys is whether you're focusing on mental health or managing your mental illness, there are steps you could take to feel better. For maintaining good mental health, practice your mindfulness or meditation because it helps you stay grounded. Okay. Now, stay active, exercise, and boost your mood to reduce stress. Don't underestimate the power of sleep, okay? Hydration and eating well, because recognizing and investing in mental illness is what you need for your source to stay intact. Pay attention to patterns, or you feeling down or anxious most of the time. Don't hesitate to seek professional help, okay? Therapy, medication, and support groups are lifesavers. And remember, asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Okay? Please. So I want to leave you with this thought. How's your garden today? Are there areas that need more care or attention? If you're feeling good, keep watering those plants and then pulling the weeds as you go and progress. But if something feels off and you're dealing with persistent sadness, anxiety, or overwhelm, don't wait to seek help. You deserve to thrive, okay? If this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who might need it because let's keep this conversation going. And don't forget to join me next week where we'll be talking about the role of faith and spirituality in the mental well-being. Until then, I want you guys to take care of yourselves, okay? Thank you for listening because we needed to get the stigma out the way of what it was. I mean, what the difference is between mental health and mental illnesses. Because I'm going to go on and break it all down to you guys, man. And listen, I was talking to a friend of mine, okay, a good friend of mine. I'm talking about this friend is going through life challenging events right now. Okay. And I have a listening ear. I have a big heart. So people that know how genuine I am as a person likes to reach out to me and they like to open it to me about the things that they are going through. And I'm here for people. That's what I am here for. That is why I started my podcast. But anyway, so I'm mentoring this person or whatever with his head, with his mental health, and I'm asking him, every day that we are conversing with each other, how is your mental health? Now, how I know that there is a stigma and there is a problem with mental health and mental illness is because he said that you keep asking me that like something is wrong with me and you making me think something wrong with you. Okay, so one, he was offended because I was asking him how his mental health is. And to him, because of the stigma that they have out here, he was thinking that I was calling him crazy or socially retarded or whatever, to put it in other words. And that is not at all what I mean. I was actually checking on his overall well-being, which is your mental health, not a mental illness. And so once I broke that down to him, he was like, oh, okay, I see where you're going now. You had to break it down to me. And it's crazy that there is a stigma out here that confuses mental health and mental illnesses, and the lines are blurred to where you can't ask people how it's their mental health because they think that you saying that they freaking are crazy or bipolar or whatever. I ain't gonna tell you what people be thinking. And so, yes, guys, I have to get up here and get very loud to let y'all know that there is a difference, hello, between mental health illnesses and mental health. It's just your overall well being. When we get to talking about mental health, baby, we're just talking about how we wake up every day and carry ourselves as a person, how we get up every day and parade around. Like, are you in a fucking happy state of mind? Are you sad? How is your mental health for that day, not your mental illness, okay? Because you're not diagnosed with anything, okay? But like I was telling people before, mental health is spiritual, honey. That is literally the overall being of us. It's our biofield, to put it in other words, baby. It is a part of us. It is us. You know what I'm saying? It's how we get up and we see the world, we view the world, and we go out into the world and deal with the world, okay? Your mental health is that part of you. And so you need to make sure that mental health is up there, baby. You need to make sure that your mental health is going places where you are going. You know what I'm saying? Everything needs to be aligned together. It just needs to be intact. You just need to make sense. You feel me? Okay. So listen, while I thought that it was important to separate the difference and so that you guys can get a better idea about what mental health and mental illness is or whatever. I didn't want to linger too much on that subject because first of all, it's 2025. How the hell are y'all? This do not feel like no new year, new me type of thing to me. And I'm gonna tell you why, man, because since I've been on the spiritual journey and the awakening, just be awakening, baby, is all I'm gonna say. And you know what makes sense and what don't make sense? The Gregorian calendar does not make sense. That's what don't make sense. But what makes sense is that the real new year do not start until March when everything starts rebirthing. And so me coming into realization with that, I was like, you know what, it would make sense for the new year to start where everything starts growing back in and everything starts coming back alive. Because why would you start a new year at the end where everything is all dead and covered up and everybody is what you call it hibernating. Yes. Like, yeah, it just makes sense. So, if you're I'm sorry, if you're on your spiritual journey, my guys, you know exactly what I'm talking about right now. If you haven't got there for yet, okay, baby, let's get in it. Let's get in it. So we know that it's supposed to be like 13 months actually in the year, and that all the months are not actually aligned up the way that they're supposed to be because it was a certain year. I think it was like 1855, if I'm not mistaken, is when the Gregorian calendar came out, and so they changed up the days and the holidays and the months and stuff. And like it's a rabbit hole that you had to go down. And so, they shortened up the months, they changed the holidays and stuff, and everything just not aligned the way that, you know what I'm saying, biblically. It's not aligned spiritually. Okay. So we're living out here literally on man's created time. But God already created time and space and us. So why is they trying to recreate that? Like they the one that invented the earth and life and stuff. I don't know. It don't make sense to me. I can't stand it. I really can't. But yeah, guys, if you're on your spiritual journey, you're coming into your awakening, you need to go down that rabbit hole because like I said, when you start waking up and you start putting things together and you start studying things for your own self and not how man say things are supposed to be, you just go get your own concept and perspective for things and you follow real spiritual leaders or whatever. And I'm telling you, you would be surprised what the mind will find out. It's so much stuff for us to unlearn and then learn again. I feel crazy, man, because we really are the sheep with the wool pulled over our eyes out here. And it's up to people like me and all the other spiritual leaders out here to spread the word and the positivity to get everybody healed. You know what I'm saying? Get y'all in that Bible and stuff like that. This is why I want to talk about why it's so important to get in this Bible, honey, because 2024, woo! And not even just 2024, baby, all the years before that, but specifically from 2020 to 20 to now, from 2020 to now, baby, listen, the world shifted some type of way when we went through that pandemic, and I cannot say that it has not been feeling different. It's been feeling different than the motherfucking life has been. Like it got a whole another type of different meaning to it, but you know what I'm saying, we still can't tap into all of them and figure out just exactly what is missing. What is it that we haven't discovered yet? It just feels something is different. The playing field, everybody energy has been off. It's been weird. It's been all over the place. There's so much stuff going on. It's like, you know what? So this is why I have been preaching that it is important for us to get into the Bible because the times that are coming down, they're going to be taking Christianity away from us. The Bible, the Word, Jesus, they already don't want us to know that. They've been trying to pull the wool over our eyes for years. Like I said, with this Gregorian calendar and all types of other stuff, propaganda that they got out here to keep the wool over our eyes so that we don't know who we are, so that we don't know who Jesus is, and so that we can't feel like God is real. And so I'm telling y'all now that now it's time to start coming into the Bible. Now is the time to come into a relationship with Jesus. Now it's the time to get to know yourself, get to know Jesus, get to know your creator and learn the words for yourself. Don't okay, you can have the little small guides, but make sure that you're mainly studying it for yourself. And like I said, man, we're coming into some very lucrative, crazy ass times, and y'all just don't even know how wicked it's about to get around here for us. And if your faith is not like up there, honey, then I feel for you because we gonna need all the faith as we've been needing to continue to be in this world. I'm just gonna say, honey, dying ain't the scary part for me, but I accepted Jesus in my life. I know he's real, the creator, a higher source than us. I know, what I'm saying? I believe all of that with my heart. I know that it's real. The main thing that's scary for me is leaving my kids, behind in this world without them knowing who Jesus is. Making sure that I do my part to bring them into knowing with the creator himself, getting them in the Bible and the word. But I've been working on that, so like I said, we ain't walking around here with that much fear, honey. But what I do fear is for the rest of the world, honey, because they already done pulled it out of our schools. You can't really trust your churches that much these days. And if you can trust your church because your church is churching like it's supposed to, then hold on to that, honey, because it's so scarce out here. Because there are so many crooks in the church, so many hypocrites in the church, false prophets, pastors, ministers, and all. And I'm gonna tell you something. They are the blind leading the blind. And it's scary. It's scary as hell. That's why I say you need to form this relationship on your own, get in the Bible, get the word for yourself. And we don't have that much time, guys, for everybody to be waking up, man. The people that have started waking up, we've been out here. We've been trying to sound off the warnings. I know that I be loud and proud about sharing Bible verses and letting everybody feel Jesus through me. And I'm not even gonna 2024, baby, man, I was on like a thin line between love and hate type stuff because, woo! I had people around me and I was pushing buttons. And it was like, I'm trying to be this good person, but I got people around me trying to make me be this bad person. And so, baby, I was on the thin line because I was like, you know what? I ain't no punk, but at the same time, I'm trying to change my life for the better. So I don't know which way to go. I don't know it. So I had to get people the hell off in front of me, off and around me. And that is one way to take care of your peace, baby. That is one way to set boundaries. I needed boundaries. I need peace. I was like, you know what, baby, let me go work on me. Because I know when I'm the problem too, baby. And I don't like to be in people's face when I know that I am a problem. Like, what? It don't even make sense to know that you're going through whatever in a moment and you know that you ain't really just being your best self. If I know that I'm not being my best self, and it's usually when I know that I'm going through something super fucked up. I don't want to be around nobody. I'm not including nobody in it. I don't have the type of misery that needs company. And so this is what I mean when I say that I've been working on my mental health, baby. I was setting boundaries, okay? I'm working on me. I'm focusing on me. I'm more in that Bible. I'm trying to get you guys to get more in that Bible, honey. And this is a part of mental health that I am talking about that we need to make sure that we keep intact. Because, baby, yeah, I just don't know where to spot to hear this. We're gonna need it. We're gonna need sweet Jesus, baby. I'm telling you, you about to make all of us bow on our knees soon. I've already been bowing, and I'm trying to get y'all to catch up. I'm just saying. This is not to put no fear out there in nobody's heart. This is to bring awareness and to you know what I'm saying, to teach everybody a little bit so that y'all can understand where I come from when I say that your mental health matters. We have a lot of celebrities, but don't nobody pay attention to them because they're celebrities. They talk about the mental health all the time, how important it is, and the things that they go through, and they fight behind the closed doors and the cameras that y'all cannot see. So they know that mental health is a spiritual thing, and they know that this is a real part of being in this realm. And this is why I made a podcast exactly on this subject. And I don't care. I'm getting on here and I'm gonna ask y'all every day. How is your mental health? And I don't want nobody to be offended when I ask that. I don't want y'all to think that I think the worst of y'all when I ask y'all about y'all mental health. Because dang, no, that just means that I care about you or as a human, who you want to become as a person, how you growing, what you do in your life, and if you're doing good deeds and stuff, you know what I'm saying, then that's what I mean. When I say how's your mental health, I want to know if you're able to get up, embody the essence of your power of being who you are. Yes. That's what I mean when I ask how is your mental health. I don't think that you're socially retarded or a freaking crazy bipolar person that probably go and just do stupid stuff for no reason. I mean, you got those out there, but I'm not specifically talking to y'all right now because y'all know that y'all have a problem, so I'm pretty sure y'all getting to work or whatever. But like I said, this ain't to talk about nobody. This ain't to bully nobody. This ain't to put fear in nobody. But man, I just want to raise the recognition on who we are and who we are becoming as people, because when you look around you on the news, what is the leading titles? It's always including murder, right? Always, because somebody did something to somebody, somebody retaliated, and then okay, they end up with deceased people. Okay, so this is why I say let's get up and let's talk about our mental health and where we are in life and how we feel about ourselves, because if we can focus on ourselves, honey, and solely on ourselves and just become a better person and like who we are a little bit more, then we can be the type of person that we need to be in this world. You know what I'm saying? And there probably would be less toxicity in the world if everybody was focusing on themselves and their mental health. There probably would be less murdering in the world. You know what I'm saying? There will be less crimes and stuff in the world, and everybody was really, really just focusing on themselves. And this propaganda that's out here is not making you feel like something is wrong with you because of these stigmas that are going around and how they all have us categorized in all these categories, making us feel like we're not equal to all these other people out here when everybody is equal because we're all created in God's image, honey. One source that created everybody on earth. But how it's subcategorized out here is crazy and it takes a toll on people's mental health. And so this is why I want to know, are you guys okay? Are you fine? How do you feel about yourself? How is life going for you? Like I really care. I really care. And when you show people that you care about something so small like this, honey, it probably can change us. It really can. I think that it can because you're showing people that you care about who they choose to be when they wake up. And sometimes we wake up on the wrong side of the bed. I know I do. And when I do tend to go to this one person who I know is my pillar and I can take it out on him. And it's not even fair, but he let me do it because he understands that there are so many things just pushing at our mental health daily or whatever. So some people know how to take the blow, some people don't. And so, like I said, this is why it is important to get up here to let y'all know that yes, mental health is a very heavy topic that should be hit every day. And I'm gonna do just that. Okay, well, probably not every day, but just know that whenever this podcast mic is on, hey, we finna get into what life is doing to us at the moment. And we finna talk about how we can beat the stigma of all the things that is going on around us, how we could become better humans. I'm just saying, it's worth a try. Well, listen, I'm not gonna hold you guys up too much, honey, because I am having a lot of difficulties because the devil's so dirty. He did not hear my plans. He waited till I got in action. He said, you know what? I didn't hear what you was finna do, but I see what you finna do something and miss on something. And so I was having some technical difficulties. But it's okay. It's okay. Because one thing I'm gonna do, I'm still pushing my message out one way or another, clear or unclear. Now it's gonna be clear. It's gonna be clear. But I will be back next week, you guys. Okay? Yes. And coming into 2025, baby, listen. Like I said, the separations of the years and days don't feel really no different from me. But let's just say that in this season, I just, you know what I'm saying? I'm always telling y'all, focus on yourself. Make sure your well-being is good. Make sure you're good. If you're good, then you can be great for everybody. That's what we want to do. So yes, you guys, let's focus on being some good humans around here, baby. The world is in enough chaos and turmoil without us into it. Okay, can we just be nice, okay? I love you guys, and I will be back to check with you guys soon, okay? Mwah. Just stay vibrant, okay? And let's get wild in on this bitch in 2020.